this way anyway.
But tungeanzisha another call, Kanali angekuwa tena unatuona.
Naona.
Turudie yote.
Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to 24-bit podcast. And guess what? We are doing this podcast remotely. So it, since we couldn't meet up because is it a lockdown really? I mean, just we've been forced to stay home because of the COVID situation. So yes, today we are recording our episode on Skype. So there's me, Kanali.
Chenze Emmanuel.
Dickson Otieno.
Yes, and Kaluka is missing, but we're going to be having him in our next episode. And guys, that's what we are doing now. I mean, we are going through what we are calling the, is it not really the worst, but the most work from home experiment ever. I mean, this is the time, we're having so many people working. The biggest work at home experiment ever. And most of us actually working from home, yeah? So many of us, because Corona happened, we've been forced to stay home. We're just here eating and growing fat.
You're actually in the kitchen, eh?
Yes. I'm actually in my I'm actually in my kitchen right now doing this episode. So yes, guys, that's the discussion I want us to have today. I mean, how is this happening? How are you coping? Is it working for you? I know there's so many people who's actually the first time doing this, working from home. How is it for you? I mean, like for us, how is it working for us? Dickson, how is it working for you?
I'm used to working from home, so it's nothing different.
Same here. I spent the better part of 2019 working from home. Yeah, so for me, it's a moment for me to stand by the door and tell everyone welcome to how I've been doing my things and how everyone else has been. At least people who are almost in the space that I am or do the kind of things that I do things. Because for me, there's been very little change. I was talking to some people earlier today, and I was telling them what everyone is saying is the new normal has been my normal for so long. Yeah. Because me, I just have this kind of flexible arrangements. And then mimi, it doesn't matter wapi kazi inanipatia tunafanyia huko, and most times that is my place. But for everyone else,
your motto ni fani haijalishi kazi inanipata wapi.
Yeah, but you get the drift. For everyone else, they are welcome. We've been doing this for a while, and it's good. Next time now, when, say, I have someone I'm working with, and they insist on physical meetings or a lot of unnecessary contacts, they have a template to work with. They know whatever it is that we are collaborating on or we are working with actually doesn't require a physical face-to-face. We can just get on a video chat like this. We can have a collaborative document in the cloud that syncs on everyone's end. We can still get everything doing, because there's nothing that I set out to do that I was able to do then that I can't do now.
Yeah.
So
actually, I was this is actually like my second, like the longest I'm spending working from home. Maybe newly I was so used to after clearing school, the corporate world. So you're used to the 8 to 5, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. Hey, but now, this is like the second year I'm now into self-employment, doing my own stuff. So, just like you guys, I'm so used to doing this. You can work until midnight, then sleep until 9 a.m. the next day, wake up and do your thing. So, it's not a big deal for some of us. But I know there are so many people actually really facing challenges when it comes to this, right?
Yeah, especially because we're in Kenya, and Kenya Power also has to do its thing. So,
yes.
So a lot of people not only have to work from home, they actually have to adopt some of the routines some of us use, like working in weird hours of the night. Because if you have deliverables, now ofisi yenu everyone is working from home. Now umeshinda hauna stima. Then steamer inarudi 5 p.m. That's 8 p.m. Your night becomes your new day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and others are stuck with their families, very noisy children, and then at night is when there's peace. And because not many people have the luxury of having a very proper home office setup. So whatever is being said to be work from home is your usual home setup. Now makeshift office. That means everyone else operates in that space kind of has to coexist with you. That comes with its own challenges, and you find most people are finding it more peaceful to sip their wine at night while they work or whatever they do, more than during the day, which is being a night owl, which is what some people who have worked from home for long actually do. Number one, because the convenience, and it's actually personally I find it easy. And number two, people work with diverse clients and colleagues. Others are other parts of the world. So you find because of time zones, that time is when those other people you work with are active. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now everyone has been forced by circumstances into that. So there are those whose circumstances permit them to just wake up in the morning, dress up, sit in front of their home office desk, and go on as if nothing happened. Then there are those who Kenya Power will do its thing, and they'll have to do that later. So different situations, but the end goal is the 8 to 5. That normal has been demystified. Yeah, at least for the privileged few who've had the kind of setups that allow them to operate like that in the past, and whose setups have had disruptions at the company level, organization level, or even individual level for those running their own businesses, and now they have to figure out how to have some sort of business continuity.
As someone who's always worked from home, unaona, you find people are very stressed. I was speaking to some of my friends and they're saying, that was 2 weeks ago when it was a week in or 2 weeks in, and they were complaining about how hard it is to just stay at home because maybe they're used to, somebody was telling me they miss traffic. Somebody was telling me they miss the chaos in the office.
I heard that on the radio. When was it? I think yesterday or something.
Someone saying in traffic.
Yeah, it was crazy. Someone legit said, I never thought I'd say this, but I miss traffic. I'm like, what the hell?
So as someone who's used to staying at home, the only things that have changed are that I can't the flexibility of going where I want to. For example, when you stay at home all the time, there are times when you're tired of eating at home. So unatoka, you go to town, have lunch, then you come back. That things have been affected. I can't go to town to have lunch. They say they're reopening the restaurant to 15 people, but for the time they haven't been open, that's been a challenge. It's not like a problem. We'll be watching this and say, we are these are not problems. But these are the things that are different for me. The other different thing is internet is now fast, funny enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people using my Netflix password, so
wewe unaenda kuona kitu Netflix then unapata so I'm watching.
Alafu to make it worse, the person has connected their TV, their laptop. So you're just, I'm like, come on,
okay,
guys.
Who are your friends anyway?
I've been locked out of my Netflix account. Like, fuck, I had to call the guys. Like, come on, guys, I'm also watching. I know I'm the admin, but
password.
You know, yeah.
Change the password.
No, but ni wale wasiwa.
Password gani? Si wewe ulienda Miss Independent.
I love the guys who share, like, you know, those guys who share the password, so they pay as well. So they send me something every month.
Yeah, I have a similar arrangement with a friend. So the interesting bit is I usually find out if there's a new girlfriend from the Netflix.
Yes.
Unapata jina ya mtu anawatch ili change. So you know, okay, new cat. Yeah.
Ama unaona someone logged into your Netflix account from Denderu.
Yeah, or Ruaka or somewhere in Kino.
Yeah.
Depending. Yeah.
Yeah.
But interestingly, this is actually a Nairobi thing. Life outside the 4 counties where there is restriction of movement is just normal.
Yeah.
What's not normal is walking around looking like cyborgs. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, as much as we are really locked, I think the most affected part is Nairobi, because I mean, as you say, the other parts of Nairobi are actually really open. People can actually move.
Not
My mom,
parts of Nairobi country.
I mean, country. I mean, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, my mom was telling me she's in Kitale. She can move to ND. She can travel to Kakamega. I mean, they're free.
Yeah.
But then,
I
but,
live
but
in Nairobi. I live in the metropolitan, but I haven't been to the CBD since February 28th. I don't even know how it looks like. I know
I
it's
was
great to go there, but there's nothing to go there for. Like Chenze was saying, I've realized that most of the things we do can be done from home. Meetings we have can all be had from home. The phone companies we talk to, we can all talk from home with them, and everything will run because
exactly.
most of you are still reviewing devices. The devices still arrive. You need to
yeah,
update it. Yeah.
Exactly. But previously, what was our normal? So many invites to attend this launch. You know what my take on those launches is.
exactly.
A lot of them are unnecessary, and you could spare the budget you're going to spend
Yeah.
on all that glitz to do something much more productive. Like we are seeing, there are still devices in for review.
Yes, and we're getting them, exactly.
Exactly. Nini to miss Akuna. We're still
Maybe
producing. We're still they're still producing the same volume of
Content.
work and the quality vitu kaizo. For me, the limitation has been now when I'm testing these phones, camera samples.
Reviews what's so hard.
Ngumu kupata because the only thing I have to work with is my limited space hapa hivi.
Like when I did the Huawei Y7P review, I actually mentioned in the article, actually most of these photos are indoor photos. I didn't get a chance to actually go out and take some decent photo of these beautiful buildings in Nairobi and stuff like that.
So village at when they take a night shot to test camera. What are you showing me the night shot?
Because usiku village siku nakaa tu North Korea. It's all that.
I mean
night photos because there is nothing to show. It's dark at night.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's the one area I failed completely. Number one, there's a curfew, so night is a rumor. Yeah. And number two, what you have to work with, like in my case, is very limited. And my area is very sleepy, and there's not much going on.
I mean, based on this discussion, you see what is happening. Do you think this is the future of work?
I would like to say it will be the future of work, but I can't say it will be because I know human beings. People really want to get back to the normal they've been used to. So I'm sure after this, companies will want to do, we missed 3 months of CGD, so they'll want to. But I wish this was the normal so that people could work from home and only the very essential or the only stuff that can't be done from home could be done from work.
I think it will just open up our minds a bit. And the one thing I like about it is the effect it will have on the young ones. Like all of the two of my brothers have been schooling from home, using all these resources that are being made available online, the e-learning platforms, and every once in a while I get resources that are primarily online based that can be of help to them. There are teachers who are shooting YouTube videos and sharing, or abroad, or kutoka huku, and there are channels that have sprung up to help with all of that. So the impact that it will have on that generation is what excites me. The impact it will have on us who have a certain kind of normal in mind, and not so much. That's why we are pushing for reopening. So
reopening, true.
Not so much, but at least it will dilute and it will loosen up our tightness. Because a lot of people are very close-minded when it comes to them not being able to see you physically. If I can't see you, no work is going on.
Yeah.
Like, me and you have been to places and meetings where we really didn't need to use our fare to go there, but people needed to see us to get impressed because that's what's happened. That is what usually happens. So at least after all this is all over, things will have loosened up a bit. And next time you tell someone, I'm not able to make it, but I can tune in to the call, they'll at least understand. I was very happy yesterday with the Safaricom's release of their financials. Because they've always done this. They always live stream the event, but they never have they never have a media setup where you can dial into the call and field your questions remotely.
I actually love that.
Exactly. If you ever need to do that, you need to make sure you're on the road by 6 a.m. Ufike huko HQ MJC where they hold this, so that you can ask your questions in person, or later through their PR contacts send questions via mail and everything. But the session like the one they conducted yesterday, where you had international media tuning in, guys on different time zones, local guys tuning in to one-on-one question answer sessions with the CFO, the CEO, the chairman of the board. Imagine if every other company releasing their financials adopted this, how that will be for business reporters.
Exactly.
How that will be for people who write about tech, if that intersects into your kind of setup. Imagine having a product launch in your office, where some of us who are interested in your gadgets can just ask you questions, and then occasionally you send a rider with the device for me to review, instead of back and forth. I mean, at least now.
Then agree on this, then we are meeting tomorrow, then the device 2 weeks. It makes more sense to just meet online.
Exactly. 6
Mm-hmm.
meetings, physical ones, where you're spending a lot of money shuttling to and fro for things that could have been done via one video call and 2 emails. I mean, So at least after this, there'll be, while we still be mostly rigid, but there'll still be some nerves will have been calmed with regards to when you tell someone this. Because next time I've been in setups where I tell people I've actually worked remotely for quite some time, and I just can't believe how people work like that. Now, now that they're also doing some bulk of the work in such a setup, next time when someone else tells them the same kind of thing, it won't sound so foreign.
Because I mean, they've applied it, it's working. So I mean, why not? Make it like something to be used in the future.
I like how Chenze said it. I think, and I would like a little discussion on this. Maybe there's no discussion, but anyway, I like how you say that the future generation is the ones who have been impacted most, because they're going to learn from home for a couple of while. They're going to interact with a lot of tech, and maybe their generation will change how people work. Maybe their generation, like we were used to working from home, learning from home, so they could integrate that to their culture, their livelihood.
Very.
And especially now that most of them are actually home, even the young ones, so they are seeing it happening. Like, okay, kumbe hata dadi anaweza fanya kazi kama bado kwa nyumba, na you see, and it's working.
And since we are a country of very high unequalism, if there's such a word, inequality. For those that are not able to be in setups where they can see their parents working from home, or where they themselves can access means to study from home, they know their colleagues are doing the same. So wakienda shule, they'll be hearing these stories. Like, the impact will be immense. That impact will be immense at that level, and that bodes well for the future. I mean, you'll have grandchildren or whoever, people in future generations, if you're still alive, who are very like, you people used to do that, like you used to commute for 20 kilometers.
You used to drive to work.
Exactly.
Because trust me, I never saw this happening locally. Especially, let me give an example of the local media houses. I've actually even seen reporters from KTN doing news from their homes in Kenya.
CNN, BBC.
Actually, I'm like, I know there's a distraction of kids moving around, distraction from dogs. I'm a those funny videos. Those funny videos I've seen.
There's a video on this Russian television propaganda channel RT. RT shared a video yesterday of a Spanish journalist who was doing a report from home, and a naked girlfriend passing behind the seats. And the interesting bit was the naked girlfriend is not actually the wife. So yeah, there's a different conversation there. But yeah, you get the drift. People can work from home.
Yeah, I swear, just work from the kitchen. Like,
From the kitchen, like you. Yeah.
yes. The only thing you can see are these groceries Junior said to me and my fridge. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how. And let's talk about. I mean, as much as there's the good side of it. Like people, those companies are saving costs. Those emails that should have just. I mean, those meetings that should just been emails. Just now people going into video, Skype calls and stuff. But again, companies like Zoom are really ripping big from this. I've actually been reading an article this morning from Forbes, or it's Forbes or Reuters, how Microsoft right now has how many signups on Microsoft Teams?
They have what? They are getting what? 200 million people on calls daily.
Yes.
Is it?
Wow.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
For this, yeah.
I wish we had somebody who was working in the corporate sector, because I've realized most of my friends working in the corporate sector have been told to install Teams, Microsoft Teams, and that's how they're working remotely. So there's an administrator checking on your time online and checking if you're actually connected and all that. So, yeah,
I actually found it. Microsoft has now 75 million daily active users.
That's
a big number. That's up by 70% from the 44 million it had back in March. That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, and the 200M is what there's a kind of metric they use, which is what Zoom gets for 300 million, because their 300 million figure is not daily active users. It's another figure. It's what is it? Let me see if I can find the article. So the Teams will be 75 million daily active users. Yes. 200 million meeting participants in a single day. Like that's the peak. Yeah. And also now that will be also Zoom's peak, because previously Zoom in their statement they misrepresented that to say they have 300 million daily active users, but they've seen peaks of up to 300 million users
in a day.
Yeah, in a day, which is an uptick from they were doing 200 million just 3 weeks ago. And they were doing 10 million just last December.
That's last December. Wow.
Yeah. So you can see.
And you saw the story of nimesema show. Can you just see? Okay, you just see
normal.
WhatsApp is jumping into this. You saw that?
Facebook
jumping into the same.
Yeah, I saw that.
Seriously,
yeah, with their new update.
Who has tried that up to 8 callers on WhatsApp? Because I think WhatsApp cannot really compete in terms of what Zoom and Skype are doing, because WhatsApp needs everyone to have everyone's number and all that, which is quite weird. But Skype and Zoom do not need that. Just join a call and you go your way.
For WhatsApp, the selling point is a lot of us, we don't have a lot of one-to-one WhatsApp conversations, but we have group conversations. Like now, this call is from the group.
Yeah.
Now it's actually easier. It's actually easier to initiate a call from that group, and everyone is in. That's the feature WhatsApp is bringing.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, you can still do the traditional video teleconferencing way, where you start one call, then you add another fellow. That will still work up to 8 people. But the key selling point is when you're in a group, say like it's kids and their teacher.
Okay.
Or their parents, they just start the call directly from there. The only problem is still WhatsApp is building on the person-to-person relationship, so that's why this is limited to 8. And I think also it's strategic by Facebook because they have other solutions with more participants, and they they either want you to go there Because for most of us here, we have messenger accounts. We also have on WhatsApp. So if you need to talk to 50 people, you'll go to Messenger, which allows up to 50 people. Yeah, but there's that bit, and also WhatsApp limits. If you are in the same group, and I've never saved your number, because you can be in a group with people who are not your contacts. When you start a call, those people are not added to the call automatically. Yeah. So there's that.
Hangouts
died.
Yeah, Lord. Hangouts makes me sad because Google basically killed the consumer side of things and left a skeleton. Whatever, it still exists. Ukiangalia Gmail yako, you'll find it somewhere. But whatever is there is a skeleton of the Hangouts that was there when we were in the university.
I don't get Hangouts, but not Hangouts. I don't get Google. There's Duo, there's Meet, there's Hangout, there's so much going on at once. So how do you even start creating how to meet? Because I know Duo has a group feature where you can get a group call. Hangout has the same.
Yeah,
Google Meet.
Yeah, Duo updated recently to 12. Duo updated to 12 to allow up to 12 participants. But Duo, I think, is the only solution from Google with regards to messaging, not just even video calling, that I have liked from day one. It was so well done on day one, and the features that they've kept adding ever since, actually really good. Actually, for person-to-person calls that I've done since this cliche unprecedented times began, I've only used Duo.
I've been on Duo, yes.
Yeah, because number one, it's so easy. Unapigia mtu, they actually just get an alert, because Duo comes on almost all phones with Google Apps and services. Duo is there, and a lot of people playing around with the apps, or they give their children phones to play around with them. They activate Duo. So somehow, in some way, Duo is working. It's like our
active on very many Android phones. Yes.
Yeah, it's like our unofficial FaceTime. So that gives it a leg up.
And I noticed Duo is sort of integrated to the phone app of many devices. Did you notice it on the Samsung devices? One UI has integrated it in video call on the phone dialer.
I noticed that on my Android One devices. I haven't made such a note of noticing the same one because lately I've had so many Technos and Huawei's. I haven't looked, but I noticed that one time on the Nokia's I was checking out last year. It was there. On my Xiaomi Mi 2 is actually there. I've always seen it. Yeah.
Girlfriend is calling me. But I mean, that aside,
yeah. But it's not a Duo call.
That aside,
I have had an experience with the Duo call where somebody was calling by Duo and they didn't know that their video was showing. So they were moving around.
Oh, really?
What? My mom is also calling me. I've just sent a text. But you remember, after all this conversation started, of Zoom really got a lot of numbers, and then boom, the story about being vulnerable, privacy issues came up, and Google went ahead and banned its employees from using Zoom.
Of course, I have a lot of interest in this subject because number one, there are two things here. There's the obvious lapses in security. You can't argue against those, and they've been very well documented. The security lapses at the very infrastructure level, and then the also security lapses in terms of how users use the product. And you can't really fault Zoom. Cliche, we are living in unprecedented times, so no one saw this coming. So as a result, the day it came and we realized we could no longer go outside, we could no longer meet our colleagues, we could no longer meet the students we teach, we could no longer meet our family, we immediately needed a solution. And most of us ran to Zoom, and that found Zoom unprepared. I'm sure there was nowhere in their plans where they were going to move from 10 million users to 300 million in a single day. So as a result, they became a mass market product overnight. Being mass market means you're going to have lots of vulnerabilities. Android is used by over 2.5 billion people.
Yeah.
Every other day there's an article about a vulnerability.
I'm back.
Same with-
Yes.
Exactly. Same with Windows, which is used by a lot of people. So that is where Zoom finds itself. Number one. Number two, there's also the bit where the features, how Zoom had baked in its features, was not in a way that was going to be friendly to ordinary users, in a way that they'd protect themselves. So you have a meeting ID, hapa. You see, like this call we're having, hapo juu inasema to Skype. There's no meeting ID, no nothing. But imagine the link we used to join was being displayed hapo juu. Si mtu yote tu atahijack.
Yeah, baby, it's true.
Because for us, while people were using Zoom, they were excited to share with their friends on social media, wherever, that, hey, this is how we are now connecting.
Yeah.
In the process, they are revealing details about their calls, and people are hijacking those calls. That has happened even in Kenya. Which is what Breban was using Zoom to teach.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading that story.
Yeah, Breban was using a Zoom to teach, and the students have been sharing the Zoom links with other people, and then those other people have been Zoom bombing. Now it's become a word. I've been getting into those calls and showing inappropriate content. So that's a fault on the side of the user, yes, but the user didn't know any better. The user were just excited to use your product and spreading the gospel. In the process, they exposed things you should have fixed. So Zoom does get a lot of slack, no pun intended, for that. But for that, but there are things you can look with an open mind. We are here using Skype. You know why? We are savvy. We've used some of these tools for a while. Zoom is, you open the app and go. No need to sign up for anything. Skype only started doing this during this pandemic, just a few weeks ago, because it was one of the selling points for Zoom. Zoom, I just send you a link wherever you are, SMS, WhatsApp,
the name you go.
Email. Yeah, that kind of ease of use. These other products that have existed have always been complicated. We are just from talking about Google. The Hangouts we are talking about, how many hoops do you need to go through? Nani aliwahi tumia hiyo video calling solution ya Hangouts? You remember you need to install a plugin.
Yes, I know.
What the hell? Exactly. So if you are the lady at the office or the guy at the office who's also assigned a workstation, but wewe kazi yako ni kuja workstation uko nao ni kusoma emails, or you assigned a company laptop so that you can always read emails, get to know what's happening in the company. Why would you need all those other things? Or you just have your own phone, or you just want to chat with your daughter or your friend or your mother. Why would you need all those things? Zoom took all of those out, and that's why it's popular. So as a result, of course, it will be fought by competitors. Security issues or no security issues notwithstanding. So did it have issues? Yes. Are they fixing them? Yes. But I feel, of course, because people like us who write about tech communicate with people, an audience that trusts us, an audience that at times takes our word for it. When we bombard them with 100 articles a day about how insecure that is, that message is bound to get somewhere, and it will blow out an unnecessary problem. Because I've read a huge amount of the articles about Zoom. A lot of those are fears that they exist, because not everyone who uses these systems is very tech savvy. Yes, but they get blown out of proportion a lot. A lot. Because an easier route will be educating the masses what you are doing until they're able to remove the meeting ID up there. Please stop taking screenshots and sharing on social media. But that won't get me views. What will get me views is saying that's bad.
That's a security issue. Zoom has problems.
We've written like almost
alternatives.
We've written almost alternatives. Okay, just go on.
The alternatives are very not so person oriented, because Zoom, yes, it still needs to sell and make money. And they have a way of doing that. I was chatting with some lecturer from Northwestern University yesterday in Chicago, and she was using Zoom completing their university's ID. So that's how they make their money. But the product that me and you are familiar with is the person-to-person product, which is not very different from what they offer enterprises, but that is their center. And it's so well centered around the person that it's good. Today, if you go to the Teams website, they'll actually direct you to use Skype because Teams enterprise. Yeah, which is fine. They have lots of organizations, companies on board, and these companies now people are working from home, so it comes in handy. But also there are lots of people, when you say small business, where it's one person running the show, like a lot of you are, or two people, and you can't even afford an annual license for a lot of those things. So that one solution, so that is where Zoom finds itself. So that's why you are seeing, despite the 1,000 articles a day we are writing about Zoom, the user base still keeps
growing
because the need is there. And also that's what makes me sad about Google. They've had all these nice things. This could be them, but well, it's not them. Okay, so like I was saying, now with Teams, it's geared towards enterprises and all those, and these companies have such like solutions. Like you'll find, for instance, now if you are to look at Google, hizo variations of products zao zote and the services they offer that relate to chatting, meeting, video calls, they are all broken down in all of that sense. And why that misses the place from what Zoom is doing is like the whole kind of scenario we had Kitambo, where you needed a work phone and your own personal phone. Our lives are just the same. We just move to different environments every day, and most of us are so simple that we'll go with anything that allows us to operate in those environments in either way. So if I have my email app on phone and I have the Zoom app on phone, and I regularly get meeting invites, calls invites, the Zoom on phone from the email app or WhatsApp or wherever, for now relatives and for work, trust me, I'll just use that. And there's no incentive to try out something else, even now for personal use, which is very different from the approaches that Google has. They have Duo, this FaceTime alternative on Android. Then they have Hangouts, which is a chat room for organizations where you can also do calls and get other people to come there. And now they introduced Meet to take on Zoom as this Google's video calling platform. It's quite a mess. Zoom has one product for everyone for different use cases. It's the same thing with a lot of people who just carry one phone for everything. And it's why some companies like Samsung figured out they can have these environments built into the phone where you can have two setups in one. A work environment, your own personal. Instead of giving me two phones, whereby I still use the one where the WhatsApp that I have with my boys is the one I go to. So you see, that's the thing that they have. It sounds good in corporate speak. Ukiingia ofisi unavaa hati ya Meet na mkianza ama ya Hangouts, whatever, it sounds good, but it's a mess. And there's a reason why a lot of us, despite knowing Skype is synonymous with video calling. Despite knowing about it and everything, we're never really attracted to it in the first place because of all those complexities, all those many things. For a while, it just turned off. You, as someone, this is really my obsession. People just want something that works. By the way, is complexities.
Something simple.
Something simple.
Something has been crossing my mind. I wonder why Apple is not pushing FaceTime. Hasn't even made a statement on FaceTime. FaceTime can support up to 2 users.
I don't know why, but also the one thing is, while the iPhone is a mass market product, the way it's presented, it's usually everything you get, you use. That's how it's presented. So as a result, FaceTime does have so many callers, so many users, as does iMessage. So for that particular crowd, it's not like Apple wants you to discover anything new. You already know it exists there. On Android and other platforms, you have to struggle to stand out because there's no one size solution. Yeah. Like that's why Google pays billions of dollars to be the default search on iOS devices. Because that's what people, they get the iPhone, that's what they use. Hawaendi hapo kuchokora. Wewe ukilaunch Edge kwa kompyuta yako, utachokora hapo, utoe Bing, uweke Google. People don't do that. Yeah, people don't do that. So on iPhone, every other service is like that. People will just use the default music app, the default book reading app, the default everything. While alternatives are there, and the Apple App Store is very rich, those things that Apple provides works well. The things that come with your phone already work well. Ni kama vile tulikuwa tukitumia feature phone kitambo. You used to use everything that came there, including the ringtone maker.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get using. Getting options and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And let's talk about.
I think we need to talk about the internet situation.
Yes. How
from home.
Is your bandwidth training?
The only difference for my internet is I'm now getting 2 times speed what I pay for, which I think Safaricom should just change pricing so that this becomes the default speed. I don't think they're going to make any losses by me enjoying double speed. So I hope this remains. But they have said yesterday they reiterated it's only for 90 days.
Yeah.
In terms of internet, I have no issues with my internet. Maybe any of you have issues.
Oh, I mean, Safaricom home has just been a mess. I mean, the visit times. We can't turn away from that. And I think was it from
we saw Professor.
Even yesterday during the conference call we held after the results were announced, I think it was Saruni who asked the same question in the call. Like, what is Safaricom doing about it? I'm not sure it's Saruni. Exactly. Yeah. Because honestly,
it's the degradation.
Yeah, it's been bad, and I was happy when the other day, I'm sure probably Dickson or even you, Chenze, ran the story of Internet Solution launching a home product. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
That press release.
Yes, so Internet Solution launching.
I pay for 20 Mbps. Wakati una complain about Safaricom, I pay for 20 Mbps. Let's see what we get.
20. You're getting.
The perfect thing is the screen grab of our chat for this call is one of us lamenting our internet issues. Perfect.
Yes. How much you pay for? How many Mbps do you pay for again, Dickson?
Dickson Nibola, he pays 20. For 40 Mbps. 20. Now he's balling with 40. So,
even as you complain about Safaricom, I think it depends with where you live, because where I am,
no,
bad.
You see, the problem is there's nowhere we can go. We can't turn to Zuku, it was. So, Safaricom is the better option we have. That's why I was saying before Dickson cut me, when I saw Internet Solution launch a home product, I was actually happy. Until I followed up with them, I sent a follow-up email, like, okay, so tell me about the packages, a complete package, how does it work? Actually, I was really offended. We launched this product, you're not ready to even roll it out in the market. We just announced. I was like, really, dude? Actually, the launch may announce come on. Nilikuwa natafuta biashara.
Unajua tena, something about launching and expanding is very hard. So you can launch, but do they need to dig for the fiber cable around where they will be expanding to? Or they already have the cable. How will it work for them?
I think they offer office solutions. So meaning they already have this fiber already. So it's just actually I hope I'm not wrong.
That's ASL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've been looking for a new place to move. Alafu unaenda to some houses unapata, they tell you we already have JTL, but the JTL is paid for by the management. So I was like, what speeds and vitu kama hivyo. Then you realize kuna so many internet solutions out here from what we know. There's something called Power. There's something called Liquid Telecom High.
Yeah, Liquid Telecom High is just too expensive for nothing. Okay.
for nothing. Have you ever used?
By then, na then kuna hizi solutions za mtaani zenye hazina majina, but some guy will come connect.
You saw the tweet I posted the other day that I saw on Instagram actually. Then I post on Twitter. Hiyo subjects imetumiwa na okay, are you guys serious? You ready to compete with Safaricom? Your rates are so high.
Which company was that?
I can't remember unless I look for the tweet.
But sasa my issue is
I remember seeing it.
Companies, but how they reach people is the problem. For example, I found, like I'm saying, I wanted to move. So I found a very nice house, but Safaricom home fiber was at the road. And the house is 200 meters from, 300 to 400 meters from. You remember I was asking you.
That's why, I remember you asking, So,
and London, I said, it will not take long to move, for them to connect, but the agent or Safaricom says it can be done anytime. The problem is these houses have existed for a while. Why hasn't it been done?
Maybe the tenants or the owners just never been bothered to.
The owner said he already has the cash to pay for everything for connection.
Okay.
So the issue is always, for me, even if there's many internet solutions, the issue is always how it reaches the customer. Because where I'm living now, they didn't have to dig anything to bring the internet. They put it through the, I don't know, Chenze might know the words. Zile zenye zinawekwa kwa pole nini to the house. And it has worked. They have covered a big area. But sasa unapata solutions mingi kama high internet by Liquid Telecom. Where the hell is it? I've never seen it in any apartment. Ama ni ya Kilimani peke yake.
Okay, my data karibu inaisha, but
by the last time I was checking out high ni time kuna mtu alikuwa ameniletea proposition nzuri ya nyumba Kilimani. To be honest, that's the only place najuanga high iko. Wanapanga wapi kwingine? Wako high.
I remember when I first ever won that Liquid Telecom award, you remember hiyo in 2019. Walipeanga internet for almost 3 years free.
Did they connect it to your house? They gave you a phone number? How does it work?
It's funny. They gave me an Airtel SIM card with unlimited data to run me 3 years.
Was it fast?
Yeah, it was really fast, baby. But again,
Airtel fast. Airtel and fast don't go in the same sentence.
But I think it was because so when I followed up about and why can't you guys connect me to high? What? The installation charges are really expensive. So why do I need to go to high? And I'm getting free installation from Safaricom, a free router. But for high, you have to pay for the router, you pay for the installation, then you have to pay again for that package you're getting, which is quite expensive.
That's why I love my Safaricom internet. Even wakati you complain about it, I always get what I pay for from where I am. It's always what I pay.
I'm curious to know now that guys are really working from home, how Safaricom, have they received new clients with the home fiber? What are the numbers like? More people signing up? I'm curious actually to know that.
I'm really sure they're signing up more people because you remember they used to have these posters where get signed up, get 2 months free, get 1 month free. Mm-hmm. You remember those adverts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They have disappeared. Akuna. Mm-hmm. They are no longer there. The people I'm seeing really pushing connectivity is Zuku. But Zuku is always pushing connectivity.
Zuku. I sent Zuku a DM 3 weeks ago. They replied yesterday.
I don't understand Zuku. And they launched when I was in high school.
Probably they were using their own internet.
Really? What else is like? But the sad thing about working from home is how people who depend hand to mouth, kind of jobs are really affected by this. Unlike us who actually need the internet to work and actually need a laptop. For them, they're really affected by this work at home, experiment. Yeah.
My siblings are at home.
Me too.
Home. Mm-hmm. And the problem with the place is that it's rural, and the only internet connection there is Safaricom via 2G or Airtel 4G. Airtel, funny enough, has 4G there, but you have to put it, you have to put your phone somewhere. So the main challenge is all these education tools they're being given by their universities cannot really work because at home they don't have to that fast internet connection. And I know we talk about good internet, but we talk about it in the context of cities, Nairobi and all that. People living in rural areas are suffering because internet for one, if they have to study, training classes and all that, they can't.
Anyway, let's hope things get back to normal as soon as possible, because we are living in a very
anyway,
there's that cliche, we are living in very unprecedented times.
Yes, unprecedented times. So
Leo sijasikia hiyo term sana, so I'm trying to exhaust my quota for today.
As Kage will say, rare, pero Kenyans.
Yeah, Dickson, it's your time to end this podcast.
yeah, but let's see how things, go. I know kila kitu imesimama, we are not traveling, we are not doing anything. Anyway,
kila kitu imesimama, mimi maisha iko sawa.
Yeah, some of us are used to moving around, bana.
Wow.
I mean, moving around kuzunguka na kwenda kuona mahali Kitale.
Sawa.
And now look what is happening. But anyway, I think that's
schedule a Zoom call with people at home.
Yeah, but anyway,
preach the water, drink the water you're preaching, not the wine.
Drink the wine you're preaching. I'm on a preaching wine.
Okay, whatever.
I'll give you a Bible. I have two, but anyway, what's that? I think I think that's it for now, right?
Yeah, that's it. I guess we've talked about a lot, or we've gone around the same subject.
Yes, let's hope Kaluka will be joining us next time. I think on Saturday or on Thursday. When
wamekataa kuwatoa China, so hatujui kama atakuwa amerudi kwa next week.
Hey, Kaluka ako China.
Ako quarantine.